Hi, my name is Praveen and I'm working at Amazon as a software engineer. So I'm going to share about my experience about buying a flat here in Lords and Homes Maheshwari Apartments. సో నేను స్పెసిఫిక్గా ప్రిఫర్ చేసుకున్న ప్రీరిక్విజిట్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో నాకేంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఈ ఫ్లాట్లో అది కనిపించాయి. సో దట్స్ వాట్ డ్రోవ్ మీ టు పర్చేస్ దిస్ ఫ్లాట్. సో ఇది కొనేదానికి ముందు నేను ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఒక 50-60 ఫ్లాట్స్ సెర్చ్ చేసి ఉంటాను. దట్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ లైక్ వేరియస్ లొకేషన్స్ అక్రాస్ హైదరాబాద్ టువర్డ్స్ దట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ హస్తినాపురం, ఎల్బీ నగర్, బిఎన్ రెడ్డి అండ్ వాట్ నాట్. సో వన్ ఫైన్ డే లైక్ ఇట్ వాజ్ అ రక్షాబంధన్. ఆ రోజు లైక్ అన్ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్గా ఇటు సైడ్ రావడం అయింది. And here I have seen approximately 8 to 10 flats in this particular area, of which నేనేంటంటే పర్సనల్గా ఐ లైక్ దిస్ థింగ్. సో నాకేంటంటే ఐ నెవర్ వాంటెడ్ టు బై a 3 bedroom flat. My preference was always 2 BHK, but I wanted it to be spacious, which I couldn't find in any other apartments here. Most of the flats, like, they were around 1000 SFT, 1050 SFT, and even some of them were around 1150, but those didn't really meet the criteria that I had. నా ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే ఐ వాంటెడ్ ఎ స్పేషియస్ హాల్, స్పేషియస్ బెడ్రూమ్. సో దట్ ఎట్లా అంటే వన్స్ నేను ఫర్నిచర్ చేయించుకున్న తర్వాత కూడా ఐ నీడ్ టు లైక్ హ్యావ్ ద ఎబిలిటీ టు ఫ్రీలీ మూవ్ అక్రాస్ ద ప్లేస్. See, when we go outside and see various flats, right, every builder is different. But what I felt different about Lords and Homes is in terms of quality. See, like these days we are seeing everyone is using robo sand on not a great quality of construction material, like they're using concrete hollow blocks. But ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే I personally saw these things during the building phase of the building, and చూసాను ఏంటంటే రెడ్ బ్రిక్స్ వాడుతున్నారు and a good quality of steel, and also like in terms of partition between the flats, right, unlike other apartments which do have a common wall, this is something different. ఎలా అంటే మా పక్కకి అటొక ఫ్లాట్ ఉంది, ఇటొక ఫ్లాట్ ఉంది, బట్ వన్ హ్యాడ్ 10 feet gap and while other had a 20 feet gap, which makes it a semi-independent. Although it is an apartment, it comes with the features of an independent flat with a very spacious balcony and also the lift and the steps, right. Unlike other apartments, these are like a very wide lifts and also very wide and very good steps, I would call. And in addition to that, right, it is very close to the road. ఏంటంటే లైక్ I can just walk for maybe 500 meters roughly, and I'll be able to like get onto metro or catch a bus or seek any other transport that's commonly available. So ఏంటంటే like looking into this construction, right, they have used a proper teak wood construction, which these days I rarely see. At an apartment, I would say hard no. Once I bought this flat, right, I invested a good amount of money in terms of getting it renovated in terms of furniture and stuff. Then I realized the quality of the material that's used is really good in terms of fitting an AC, right. They had trouble drilling a hole because it's like a wide 8 to 10 inches wall with a proper quality, making it really tough for the technician to drill a hole. Also on the flip side, right, when I had an additional power sockets installed, I really didn't want to make them differ from what builder has put. Then only I realized the original price of the product that they have installed. That costed me a very good amount. That makes me feel like, okay, the overall quality that builder has invested is really good. One of the other factor is the wiring that I would like to speak about. So ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే unlike other apartments, we have everything coming in within the walls. Dish cable or internet coax fiber, right, that's completely coming within the walls, and it's not only specific to my particular unit. I'm talking about all the 15 units. And the benefit of these things ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు tomorrow if I want to switch my router to my bedroom, which usually is a painful process for someone who want to do that, because the wire has to flow over the walls, over the ceiling, and which makes look apartment not very good appealing one. So ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే I can just directly get it into my bedroom just by switching the connection, which is readily made available by the builder himself. Speaking of which wires, right, the major thing that usual people face is power cuts, which is very common in India, and during summers it's a really painful thing. So ఆ పరంగా చూసుకుంటే కూడా we have a very good and robust generator which is capable of supplying power even when there are good power outages for a very long time. And the generator that I'm speaking about, it's not very specific to fans or lights. It's including lift, common area, and every electrical units, that is light and fans within the apartment. And speaking of one major factor, right, Lords and Homes is one of the early adopted apartment that has a water connection within the Bagayat layout. To keep it very simple, right, etla ante this is my dream house come true. Like from the amount of time I have invested in terms of searching and like speaking with a lot of people, trying to understand what's best. Additional features about this construction are the parking space, which we had a very good amount. Although we had apartment is whole 15 flats, we have the parking available for almost 20 plus I would say, which can easily accommodated. That includes cars and individual vehicle that are like scooter, bike, whatever. And if someone has multiple vehicles, right, in terms of cars, they can easily get it fitted into the apartment without any concern. And around the apartment as well, right, if you look into the setbacks, these are very nicely left setbacks I would say, because almost 20 to 25 feet are completely idle, wherein someone could take a walk. Someone who is elderly and don't want to go out for a walk but want to go for a walk, they could just like have couple of rounds around the apartment, and easily like that's very good a walk. So those are couple of things. And speaking of which, the builder, right, he's a very good person in terms of the way. Initially I had a trouble with a couple of amount, which usually we don't see builders giving an exception that okay, I'll pay it after 6 months. They don't really feel comfortable. They expect everything to be rightly made available on the table, only then the registration goes, which in this case is not like that. I asked builder if he can wait for some time, which is like 3 to 4 months, but in fact he waited for almost 6 to 7 months, because I had a trouble and I was able to conveniently portray that I had a trouble, and he was fine with that. So also these are like couple of very good things I would say that are there in Lords and Homes apartment, and these things make the builder and the quality and the construction company overall stand out of the standard builders or the companies that we see outside. So that's my experience. Finally, I found my dream house with Lords and Homes, thanks to them.